Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Star Wars Unleashed, and yes, I know that's something new that you're going to be hearing from me for the time being, for right now. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that my name is going to be that way for the foreseeable future. I just want to see where this takes me for right now. But guys, today we are going to be talking about Warzone, and Warzone is something that has eked in me for a very long time to want to talk about, and I have come up with 10 reasons why I think that Warzone is a mistake and it should never have been made. And essentially the question of the title is, was it a mistake? Was it a mistake? And I want to hear everybody down below in the comment section. If you guys agree with my take on this, and if you disagree with my take on it, I would like to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. And also, if you have a reason for why you also think that Warzone was a mistake that I don't list off in this video, please comment down below what you think that other mistake would be. I would love to hear it so we can have a conversation. So yeah, so I just wanted to talk about Warzone today, guys. This is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time because we're starting to see that Warzone is in a let's just say it's in a state of dying off quite quickly right now. And there's a lot of reasons for this, of course. And obviously there are some reasons why it's dying faster more than others. And I'm gonna start off with the first one, to be just straight to the point: hacking. Hackers and cheating. It has become so evidently clear that Warzone is, I want to say, the biggest failure of a Call of Duty product, whether that, I guess you could say, as far as a game. If we're talking about Call of Duty when it comes to their titles and their games that they produce, this is the biggest failure of a launch of a game when it comes to hacking and cheating that they have ever had. No questions asked, especially even in the year 2020 and 2021. This game was an unmitigated disaster on that front. The fact that they did not release an anti-cheat with this game to help prevent hackers from hacking in all their lobbies, and the fact that they didn't even have a system in place to where we could report hackers and cheaters and get them banned, it blows my mind that this game ever released in the state that it was in with these failures to their system. And nobody here is going to deny that. Nobody here in their right mind is going to deny that this game was an unmitigated failure on that front. I can't believe in the year 2020 and 2021, a game can even get hacked to the point that it was hacked in. Guys, this game, you're getting in today's state of the game. Now, if we're talking in today's time, this game, you will come across a hacker at least in every other lobby you get into. It's so bad. It's so bad to the point where people are getting driven off this game because they cannot take how many hackers they come across. It's ridiculous. And of course, this first reason is going to lead into so many other reasons as well. But I guess that leads into the second reason. And that's the fact that this game is a buggy, glitchy mess of a game. It has so many bugs and glitches. To this day, I'm sure there are some bugs and glitches that we haven't come across yet that Activision has yet to fix, and it's going to mess with this game so bad. I mean, guys, we've all seen the bugs and glitches that this game has gone through in its time span so far. Like, just the fact that you were able to go underneath the map and win games that way through cheating by shooting people while under the map because of an invisible glitch that was, I think, I'm trying to remember which building it was. It was in a building next to the stadium, and you had the ability to glitch through the wall of the building and go underneath the map, and you could shoot people through under the map. It was so game breaking that it took forever for Activision and the developers to get it fixed. And we've seen this with the majority of all the bugs and glitches that this game has experienced. They always take forever to get fixed. It sometimes would take them weeks and weeks for them to fix these things. And I seriously cannot believe I mean, guys, again, this goes to the point. It was a unfinished, broken game that they released with these bugs and glitches. They did not tune this game well enough. They did not test it well enough. They did not find all these bugs and glitches to fix them before releasing this game. And it's also so funny to me how whenever a new update, whether that be a new season or whatever, came out for this game, there was always a new bug or glitch that came with it that ruined the game. And I don't know how that is physically I don't know how that is even possible. I seriously do not know how that is possible. That every update that the game released for Warzone, it had a bug or glitch that was so game breaking that they had to go back and fix it, and it would take them weeks to fix. Oh man, guys, we're not even into the biggest points. I mean, yeah, those are the biggest points. Hacking and glitches and bugs, those are the biggest points, but we've still got a long list to go. And so I would say the next big reason why I think Warzone was a mistake was, to make it pretty clear, the lack of transparency. Now you're probably wondering, what does that mean by lack of transparency? Well, basically that just means that Activision and the developers of the game, Raven Software or whoever, they are not communicating at all with the fans. I just put it plain and simple. I'm trying to understand this because I'm pretty sure in the lifespan that Warzone has been a thing, Activision and Raven Software and Infinity Ward and whoever else has been working on this game have only come out with maybe one or two public statements about just about their game in general, but like what's going on. And I'm pretty sure they've only ever addressed once the issue of hacking and cheaters and how they didn't implement an anti-cheat and how it was never something that they actually implemented. I'm pretty sure Bobby Kotick, the Activision CEO, has publicly stated that they never had an anti-cheat in the system to begin with, and that they are currently working on one right now. And we all know that's complete and utter crap. He's obviously lying through his teeth. They're not actually working on an anti-cheat for this game. We all know that. If they had been working on an anti-cheat, we would have gotten it by now. They would have been putting all their money into it. But no, of course, good old Bobby Kotick up there has to get another $200 million bonus because, yeah, he needs all that money, and they have to lay off all their workers that they've laid off and not get them paid because money talks, and businesses will be business. They'll be corporate. They'll be greedy. That's what they do, especially a company like Activision. And boy, I'm going to be talking about Activision here soon. That's going to be one of the other reasons. So that's the third reason, lack of transparency. Fourth reason why Warzone was a mistake. And now we're going to start talking about the overall game itself, as far as like the systems that it came with. And we're going to talk about the map. Yes, the maps, or the maps, to be more clear on that, because there are two maps. Verdansk, which is obviously the main map in Warzone, is, I want to say, one of the worst maps in a video game that I've ever played. And I also want to say it's maybe the worst Battle Royale map that I've ever experienced as well. Guys, Verdansk is such a god-awful designed map. I cannot express that enough. Verdansk is so poorly designed. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time I counted how many buildings there were, if I had a quarter for every time that I counted a building on the map of Verdansk, I think I'd be a billionaire. Strike that. I'm probably a millionaire. I'm being generous there. I'd probably be a millionaire. And I'm not even kidding. The map is just nothing but buildings. Nothing but windows and all these buildings that you have the ability to access and just camp on and just... Guys, it's such a bad map. And like even there, it's like, even when there's not a building in sight, the terrain in which the map is laid out, there's not a lot of open space on this map to move around. So there's just a building every couple of yards at this rate in the map. Everywhere you go, there's like a building every so many yards that you go. And you're always, not even kidding, you are always allowed to camp in them. Is there even a single building that you can't access in Verdansk? I don't even know. I really don't know. And I feel like I've been to every spot on Verdansk in my time playing this game. And it feels like you have the ability to access every single building. There's a window for everyone. There's a staircase for everyone for you to access certain points. Oh, God, man. It's such a poorly designed map. And even with the circles, sometimes circles will end to the point where people are allowed to be stuck on top of the stadium and still win the game. It blows my mind how poorly designed this map is from a circle standpoint and just from the map overall itself. And I know Rebirth is also a map in the game. And I'll give credit where credit's due. I actually like the Alcatraz map, the Blackout version and the Warzone version. I do like Rebirth. I think Rebirth is a chaotic enough map where it's like there's always something happening. And with a map like Verdansk, it can get so boring and so lackluster to the point where it's like, I just want to quit the game because I don't want to deal with this. And the map is so huge to the point where these circles take so long on Verdansk that the game will take a full hour. Well, I mean, that's an exaggeration, but sometimes it feels that way. Like, games can go for 40 to 45 minutes at times if that's the case. So that's the fourth reason. That's the fourth reason why I think Verdansk was a mistake. Fifth reason is the money system. Now, this can be subjective to a lot of people. Some people do like the money system and some people don't. I'm in the camp where I absolutely despise the money system. I think the money system in Warzone makes you way too overpowered. I think it makes any person overpowered if they have the right amount of money to use to buy all the stuff they need to survive a longer game than if they didn't have money. And the fact that you can reuse this money system over and over and over again to the point where you can constantly buy back your teammates. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. You are so overpowered with the money system. If you can have the ability to just keep rebuying your teammates back at a very low cost, and that is something that I always disliked. Why is the cost to buy your teammates back from being dead $4,000 or 45 grand or whatever it is? Why is that the cost? That is so low. It should be way higher. Way higher. I can't believe they made it that low. It blows my mind. And the fact that you can just buy all this stuff. It's like, at that point, is it even a battle royale if you just have the ability to do all these things? Just buy loadouts and get your loadout ready. And this leads into the sixth reason why Warzone was a mistake. And that is the fact that the balancing and the gun metas ruined this game. The gun metas and the balancing are just one of the biggest factors to why this game was an unmitigated mistake. The fact that there would be months on end where we would get a gun meta where you would have one or two guns to use, and then that would be it, and that was what everybody was using. It just made the gameplay so boring and stale, especially from a perspective standpoint of watching the game. If you were somebody who would watch the game, when I would watch people play, I was bored out of my mind watching people play this game. It was so stale, just seeing the same thing over and over and over again. A good meta that I always bring up is the Graw meta. If everybody remembers the Graw, it was an assault rifle that was used for such a long period of time. It was like, dude, I can't stop. I cannot find any enjoyment in watching the same thing over and over again. And that's the problem with Warzone and Modern Warfare as well in general. These games have such terrible balancing when it comes to the weapons. There's no diversity or variety in any of these guns that you use. It's only ever one or two guns, and that's it. You don't ever use anything else. And this would be the meta, as they say it, for months on end until the next meta came in and replaced the older meta. I cannot fathom why this was ever a thing and why they did not fix it and balance it well enough to where you could have the ability to use about any gun that you want, and that's how balanced that they would be. But that was simply just not the case. And now, This leads into, I would say, the last part about the overall map and the game mode itself, and that is the seventh reason, and that is the fact that we never got a new map. And I know some people would consider Rebirth as a quote-unquote new map, but we already had Rebirth, Alcatraz, or anyway. We've already had it before. It was in Blackout. We had it in Blackout. And they just decided to bring it back for this game. And I don't really necessarily consider that a new map because we got Rebirth so quickly on in the life cycle of Warzone, and it just like not many people really played the map anyway. It's not really the go-to map for a lot of people. It's like Rebirth is like a fun side map for people to play if they're just getting like sick and tired of Verdansk, and that's basically what Rebirth is for me. I don't play Verdansk anymore, or I should say, I didn't used to play Verdansk at the time. I used to just play Rebirth. Obviously right now, and also to be clear, I want to bring this up. I've completely uninstalled Warzone. It's gone from my system. I am never playing Warzone ever again. After today's video, you are not going to see Warzone on my channel. It's just not going to happen. I cannot be fit to endure that game ever again. I cannot express how much I thoroughly dislike Warzone. It's such a bad game. And also, this will lead into the seventh reason. Or I think we're on the eighth reason now, if I'm correct. Yes, I think we're going to be moving into the eighth reason. And I believe this is because of the fact that it is just an overhyped game. I'm going to make it as loud and clear as I possibly can say. This game, Warzone, is such an overrated game, and I mean that with all my heart. I would go as far as to say that Warzone is the most overrated thing that Call of Duty has ever put out. Whether that be a game, whether that be a gun, whether that be a map, whatever. It is the most overrated thing ever put out. And this leads into the next reason. The overhype from big personalities, YouTubers and streamers. Now, this is something that I think you can definitely tell has become a burden on a lot of people. And when I mean people, I mean streamers and big personalities, YouTubers, whoever. You're seeing now that people are starting to leave this game. And it's quite obvious why. It's because people are getting sick and tired of having to deal with the BS that this game is continuing to bring on a daily basis. Every streamer, I mean, I don't know, who is even the biggest streamer right now playing this game? You got guys like Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman who don't even play it anymore. They've moved on to Apex Legends. And Apex Legends is now the game everybody's playing. Everybody's playing Apex Legends now. I mean, who is even the biggest streamer playing Warzone anymore? I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch people play Warzone anyway, so I would have no idea to begin with. Or at least anymore. I don't watch people play Warzone anymore. I used to watch people play Warzone. I don't do it anymore. It's a waste of my time in my opinion. But yeah, I feel this game was so overhyped in the beginning by so many big personalities, streamers and YouTubers. And obviously there was a reason for that. It's because they were getting paid to say that. Guys, we all know this. All these streamers and YouTubers were getting paid to say that the game was this grandiose thing, this big game that's going to change the face of Call of Duty, and it's going to revive Call of Duty. Yeah, well, look how that turned out. It revived Call of Duty for about, I would say, half a year, and then it started to die. I would say that's when it started. After about a half of the game's life cycle in 2020, I would say that's when the game started to see a decline. And then people started to not really care about it all that much. You could say it lasted a year. I personally disagree. I don't think it lasted a whole year, the whole revival of Call of Duty. And obviously now Call of Duty's gone back to the way it is now. It's just nobody really talks about it that much anymore. So it revived it for a short period of time, and now it's just back to the way it used to be before Warzone was a thing. So yeah, overhype from big personalities. That was definitely a big reason. Now, here we're getting into the ninth reason. And that is the fact that Future plans is what I like to call this reason. Now, for those of you who don't know, Warzone or Activision has come out and publicly stated that Warzone is going to be the main focus down the line in the future. And if you're somebody like me and you hear that, you are on your knees begging Activision to please not do that. Guys, if Warzone is the future, the main focus of Call of Duty for Activision and all these developers, you can kiss my love of this game and my playing of the game goodbye. I will not stand for that. I just won't, and I'm sorry. I cannot sit here and act like I will want to be a part of anything Warzone related for the near future. That's just not where I want to be with Call of Duty. And to me, I feel that almost makes Warzone like the silent COD killer that nobody's going to see coming. I think Warzone is going to kill COD. I think COD is going to kill COD before any other video game that exists ever kills it. I don't even think Battlefield 2042 will kill it. I don't think Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042 combined will even kill it. I just think COD is going to kill itself. That's what I think. That's just what I think is going to happen. So that's the ninth reason. And now we get to the final main reason, not the final main reason, just the final reason of the 10 that I have listed out, and that is this. And I'm going to say this as openly, and I don't care what anybody says. It needs to be said. Screw you, Activision. Yes, screw you, Activision. You garbage corporate money greedy company. You are such a disgrace to the gaming community as it is right now. I mean, you guys are just scum of the earth over there. And this is coming off to... at the time of me recording this video, I am recording this of the fact that we have gotten the news that broke the other day or at least the other week, that Activision Blizzard. Now, I know this is a separate division of Activision, but Activision Blizzard has come out with a lot of sexual harassment stuff, and it is really bad. It is really, really bad. And I know Activision Blizzard is not the company that oversees Call of Duty, but it is Activision still. And Activision is such a scum company. They only care about the money, guys. They don't care about you. They do not care what you have to say. They do not care what you have to think about their games. They are going to put every bit of money into this game that they can to make sure that you are spending your hard-earned money on the game so that they can bring it all in. You want to keep buying their garbage skins for their overly expensive prices? Go on ahead. You're just giving them money. You're just giving them money at that point. And I cannot say that enough. Activision is the worst gaming company that there is in the world right now. And I can't even believe I'm saying that. They're worse than EA. They're worse than EA, for God's sakes. I never thought in a time I would be saying that there is a gaming company that's worse than EA. And EA makes some of the most dumb decisions in gaming, especially with their sports games, which is what everybody knows EA to be as the bad company that they are. It's because of the decisions that they make for their sports games. Activision, seriously, I don't know what has gotten into you in the last 5 or so years with your games for Call of Duty, but you're not the same Activision that I remember in the old Black Ops 2 days. You're just not. I don't know what happened to those Activision days. What happened? I don't know. Can anybody actually definitively say what happened to the old Activision to make what it is now? I mean, did they have... I'm assuming they didn't have the same owners and the same people owning the company and overseeing everything back in the day than they do now. I'd assume so, because the Activision that is now is just so blatantly different, and I do not understand what has happened to this company. I really don't. And Bobby Kotick, Activision CEO, yeah, buddy, you need to leave. You do not deserve to be a gaming company CEO anymore. You are such a foul scumbag, man. I seriously, I have to say that. The fact that you will lay off all your employees and then get paid this hugely $1 million bonus it blows my mind. It really blows my mind. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's it, guys. Those are the 10 reasons why I think Warzone was a mistake. Again, I would like to hear what you guys have to say. Would you agree with my perspective that those are the reasons why Warzone is a mistake? Do you disagree? I want to hear what you have to say down below. Again, I would really love it if you guys could keep it respectful down below in the comment section. Please keep it respectful. No negative. I don't want to see any negativity thrown anybody's way or even my way. I will not accept that. Be respectful, okay? Have a conversation about it. Again, whether you disagree or you agree, I want to see you guys have a conversation about it. And again, if you have a reason why you also think that was a mistake that I didn't list off, let me know down below. And again, guys, if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this video. I would greatly appreciate the support. And other than that, guys, I really don't got more to say. I don't got more to say other than this, and that is Warzone was a mistake. It was a mistake, and it should never have been made. And I have a feeling it's going to be the downfall of Call of Duty. I really do. That's all I gotta say though, guys. So, nothing more from me. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.